welcome to another episode of Valley Spotlight.
I am Lauren.
I'm Mike, and we have a new area today. They took all that big video screen thing to the various golf shows they go to here at Avalon.
Right. So we figured we'd spend some time on a new set that, oh gosh, we're pretty proud of this one, aren't we?
Yeah, it's called Ray's Boom Boom Room. It's a podcast. If you don't know what a podcast is, from what they tell me, it's like a radio show.
What they tell me. You host it.
Yeah, it's like a radio show you can watch, but you don't have to do it at the time. You can do it at your leisure. So you can download it and then listen to it in the car or whatever you want to do.
Yeah, we'll have some details on this podcast and our roles in it in a bit. But first, so much to get to this week. Mark Canzonetta is making Eggs Benedict, which are like Eggs Benedict and then some.
Yeah.
And I get to have some.
They have crab on top and avocado, and then we treat Lauren to breakfast. Also, speaking of food, go to see a new restaurant in Austintown that, despite being a walk-up restaurant in the middle of the wintertime, has done a pretty nice job. It's called Hot Dog Alley's.
Yes, she knows what she's doing. And our good friend Kelly Warren, of course, showing off some man caves. We got some inspiration from Kelly for this.
We did.
Yep.
And then Lauren's going to take a trip to figure out where the lights shine the brightest.
Yes, I do.
Berman Electric. Yeah. So.
But first,
let's get started. Ray Boom Boom Mancini told me that when he was 5 years old, he had a vision and a dream to be the world champion. Mission accomplished. Well, now he has another vision and a dream, and he's betting on this area to make it come true.
This is spectacular, it really is. I mean,
there isn't much that phases Ray Boom Boom Mancini anymore, but this does. His new set for a new version of his show, a podcast called Ray's Boom Boom Room.
Now entering the ring, Youngstown's very own Ray Boom Boom Mancini.
and then when I came back and I was doing the radio show, people said you should be doing a podcast too. I said, I'm hearing about the podcast. I know they work. How does it work?
It works if you have a team like this that can figure out all the electronics, the cameras, and the wherewithal to make it stream live and have it available to download at a later date. And leave it to Mancini to make his vision something the public wants.
First of all, I've said before, I want it to be informative. I want it to be educational. Give it some thought process. But more than anything, it's got to be entertaining. If it ain't entertaining, why are we doing it?
Mission accomplished on show number 1. We learned about the country of Cuba and an anecdote from a Pittsburgh native who snuck into the Super Bowl and had the time of his life. Just one of the multitude of great stories that are on the way.
My kids will tell you, and everyone will tell you. My wife tells you. She says, for me, it's all about the stories. When things would happen in LA, things would happen, go down, something crazy would happen. My kids would look at me and go, well, we got another story to tell. And they laugh because it's true. It's about the stories. At the end result, would you guys sit around smoking cigars, having a drink, drinking some bourbon, telling stories?
Boom Boom promises those stories will come from future guests like Mickey Rourke, Ed O'Neill, Lennox Lewis, and other big stars. It's all part of his master plan to move home and build a business in his hometown.
I came back to create a studio. That's why I came back to Youngstown, to create a full digital media studio. That's what it's called now. Not called a movie studio, right? Full digital media studio, and we're in process of a deal for a series based about Youngstown in Youngstown. I'm doing Netflix right now on that. A lot of things going on. That's why I came back. That's my vision, to create a studio, and I had that vision from I wrote it down in 1989 to build a studio in Youngstown, and. It took many years, but we're in the process of doing that, getting it done.
So the process continues. But what is it about Youngstown that creates a story that the rest of the world would want to see? Mancini says everyone loves the underdog, and ever since Black Monday in September of 1977, this town has been fighting back.
We still have that taste in our mouth, and it's a bitter taste, but we're moving forward. And we keep moving, and that's what we do. We don't get too low, we don't get too high. We just keep moving forward. But the town's thriving now, and it's a good time to be back home. And the town is on the up climb again, and I wanted to be part of that surge.
We are surging right along, aren't we? If you would like to watch the podcast or listen to it, it's Ray's Boom Boom Room. You can go to YouTube. You could put it in the search button there. And also you could go to Facebook and put in Ray's Boom Boom Room. Those are the two best ways to do it, I think.
Or you can download it on your favorite podcast app, which usually comes standard on all of those new phones.
Right.
Smartphones.
Newfangled smartphones. And we're thrilled to death to have the guy here.
I am beyond words proud of you both. So thanks for letting me be a part of it.
It's things that we did one that was really funny and about sports, and we did one that was a little more serious and about faith. So, and everything in between. So you never know what you're going to get.
The wide range of topics and guests. I mean, the guests that we have lined up are unbelievable names, beyond just the two of you.
Oh, so, yeah, big time stars.
Yeah, big guys.
Big time stars
and
that
girls.
have no idea who we are here in Youngstown. All right,
Till now.
When we come back, speaking of talented people, Mark Canzonetta is going to cook for us.
Yes, and maybe just you guys are going to cook for me.
We are romantic, and we're going to show off our skills after this break. The Avalon Athletic Club at Berman is the perfect place for the whole family to shape up and get moving.
This is your chance to play top-tier tennis 12 months a year.
Plus, take advantage of Avalon's newest state-of-the-art fitness facility and relax in our steam and sauna rooms.
Your family deserves to train with the best equipment and the best facilities. And with our Avalon membership, you'll have access to all 4 of our world-class locations.
Call us today for affordable membership pricing, and
the best is really yet to come in 2019.
Bistro 1907 is a classic yet unique American bistro. This space lets us immerse ourselves in history. The dishes are inspired by our past but have a modern twist. Bistro 1907 by Mark Canzonetta is unlike any place else. Find out why. I'm Mark Canzonetta, and I welcome you to Bistro 1907.
taking the test kitchen on the road downtown to Bistro 1907 with Mark Canzonetta.
Hey, Mike Case, how you doing this morning?
Thanks for doing this again.
Hey, we love being here. We love being here. We're in historic downtown Youngstown, great background setting, and we're going to cook some special food for our special loved one.
We're talking about love today since Valentine's Day is coming up, and I don't know if anybody's ever tried it. It usually goes poorly. The breakfast in bed.
Breakfast in bed. Well, you have to have the right stand. You have to have the right tray.
You need a good tray.
Yeah,
and you need a plan.
You need a plan, and you need to be able to execute it. So lay out your plan on pen and paper the night before. Go get your ingredients at your favorite grocery store. Look at the Food Network, look at some recipes online, watch some videos like me and you doing this.
And we're going to attempt something.
We are.
We're going to attempt, is it crabs, egg Benedict?
We're going to make Eggs Benedict, but we're going to take it to a California level.
Okay.
We're going to do a little bit of warm avocado and jumbo lump crab.
Wonderful. Let's get started. So I didn't realize, would you want to do the egg first or the crab
I think we're going to do the crab. So we're going to start off with a little bit of butter, and I always like to use unsalted butter when I cook because unsalted butter, you control the sodium factor.
Okay.
You know, and I really like that. So we're going to put the butter in the pan. We're going to add some jumbo lump crab. And because you love the person that's special in your life, we're going to give them a lot of crab.
Plus, if you fill them up, they might go back to sleep, and then you can do what you want to do.
You could. We're going to season that with a little bit of chili lime dust. Okay. Then we're going to take this beautiful California Hass avocado.
All right.
Big thing about avocados is you want them to be ripe.
Right.
You want them to have a little bit of...
When you're picking them
Yes.
at the store, they got to be soft.
If not, put them in a brown paper bag on top of your refrigerator for a day, and they'll be soft.
Oh.
This little thing called ethylene gas takes over and makes them ripe. Same thing with tomatoes.
All right.
So we're just going to scoop that out with a spoon, just like, see that little trick right there?
That was easy.
That's a little easy trick. Put that down like that. Scoop again, and these avocados are beautiful. And we're going to season that with a little bit of chili lime dust. Now we're going to make some poached eggs.
Okay, I'll keep an eye on this, but I didn't know how to poach an egg. I'll be honest.
Poaching egg is definitely a French classical technique of cooking, and it's one of those things you have to practice at, okay, because you just don't get it right overnight. So one of the most important things is you want water at 160 degrees. You want to add some neutral vinegar. So this is just white vinegar, because what that does is it changes the pH of the water, because we want those eggs to look really, really tight and compact, because if not, it's going to be like a fried egg on a griddle. It's going to spread out, and that's not going to look good on your Benny. So you want to use warm eggs and not cold eggs when you do this. Next important step is you want to swirl the water, because that helps keep the egg whites contained with the egg yolk. Okay, so we're going to swirl that. We're going to crack our egg and just put it in. You see how that's swirling?
Yeah.
And it's staying together? That's what we want.
Keeps it in like a circle, with the same size as your muffin or whatever
Exactly.
you're going to put it on.
So we're just going to keep that, give it another little swirl. We're just going to cook these until they're done at 160 degrees, between 90 and 120 seconds. We're going to come back, we're going to assemble this great dish, and then we're going to do some special things, chocolate dipped strawberries and some mimosas.
All right, real quick, how do I know it's 160 degrees? It's not boiling. I can tell it's not boiling.
Well, you
That's
can try
212.
to dip your finger in there, but it might hurt a little bit. You want to get a biotherm. And you can pick those up at any grocery store. You know, you want one that goes from 32 degrees to 212 degrees because that's boiling.
That's a boiling point.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, when we come back, we're going to bring in one of our loved ones.
We are.
To try this dish.
Because she should have breakfast cooked for her in bed.
She really should, and then we're going to finish things up too. Back here at Bistro 1907 in just a second.
Hi, I'm Barbara Corcoran. Are you thinking of selling your home but you're not sure which agent to hire? You have a lot of choices, but really the choice is simple. Because there's only one agent I would trust to sell my home. Go to kellysoldit.com and check out Kelly Warren's guarantee to sell your home or she will buy it. You can also find out how her marketing system creates demand and sells a home every 48 hours. Go to kellysoldit.com and get your home sold.
A to Z Dependable Services now offers walk-in tubs and showers in as little as 1 day. Let us create a safer bathing experience in your bathroom or the shower of your dreams. Call A to Z Dependable Services today for a free estimate or visit us online at onlyatoz.com.
All right, we are back. We're going to assemble our crab eggs Benedict.
We are. Crab and avocado.
And avocado on top, right?
So we have our beautifully warmed avocado from California, and make sure they're ripe. It's very important. You want to put those down.
Should we mention we brought Lauren in?
We did. Welcome, Lauren.
Here she is.
We're going to put that wonderful crab on top, that jumbled up crab. I know, isn't that great?
And Mike.
And Mike, I'm sorry.
I mean, this is just when you love somebody, you have all these luxurious ingredients.
Right.
Now, we are going to take those perfectly poached eggs out of the water. You want to use a slotted spoon, okay? And just gently put those on top. Look how perfect those are, Mike. That's
really
because
good.
of the vinegar.
I would not have known how to do it, and I would not have been able to do it.
So here at Bistro, we top that with a little bit of ancho chili hollandaise.
I knew it would have some spice with it.
We're going to have a little bit of spice. So it goes perfectly with the crab, with the avocado, a little bit of spice, the creaminess of the avocado, the softness of the crab. We're just going to drizzle that over top. And be generous with it.
Right.
So we'll talk about hollandaise.
We'll clean up later.
Yeah, exactly. So we're going to garnish that with a little bit of chive. And this is available at Bistro 1907 on Saturdays and Sundays.
The weekend brunch.
The weekend brunch.
Rave reviews.
So, Lauren, when your loved one who loves you to death takes care of you, this is what they should be doing for you.
Topping that at your house.
This is going to be hard to top at any point in my life. So I'm very thankful for both of you and my guys behind the scenes to make me a lovely Valentine's Day.
Right, we got our pastry chef Matt made some beautiful chocolate dipped strawberries for you.
And you want her to? We got about a minute
I have to do something. I
for her
told
to do
you
a mimosa.
So we're going to build a mimosa. A good friend of mine, Tony Bellata, came out with a great cava from Spain. It's a sparkling rosé cava, Viva la Vida. So what you want to do is you want to pour that about 2/3 of the way up in your glass. Now you can add orange juice to this, you could add guava juice, pineapple juice, peach, pear, you could add any kind of juice to this you want. We have a mimosa bar on Sundays. You can build your own mimosa, so go ahead and top that off. Now if somebody brought this to you in bed, Lauren, would you be eternally happy with them?
Yes.
This would be a good day.
I wouldn't get out of bed. I would just stay there. But you know what? This is probably
Mike?
better because
There you go, my friend.
Thank you.
Because I know you like the bubbles.
I do.
All right, everybody. Well, here's to our special loved ones out there. We wish them a happy Valentine's Day. We'll be celebrating it at Bistro
All week.
all weekend, starting on Thursday night.
Fantastic.
Mark, thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Love is with us.
Cheers, buddy.
Love you guys.
How was your breakfast?
So good.
It was good.
It was really good.
We tape a couple segments at a time, so after the second one, I went over to get some. All gone.
Totally
All
gone.
gone.
And really, I didn't even need to be there. I just showed up because I knew that that's what they were making, and then I got to sit there and just eat. Perfect day for me.
To the
Thank you,
victor
boys.
gets the spoils. That's right. All right, what's next?
All right. So you know how we talk about lighting in our industry and TV of making sure that everything looks good. So we know that lighting goes a long way, which is why we figured we'd go to some of the lighting experts that have been around for so many years here in our valley. Our friends at Berman Electric, they have been doing it their way, the right way, the lighted way for so many years, and here's why. This is what your lighting choices might have looked like back in 1928. Flash forward to 2019, and the lighting landscape has become a bit brighter. At Berman Electric, also known as Lighting by Bermans, they have proven that a successful business is always on the move, even if it wasn't exactly planned.
It was a nice day in May, as I remember, but it was a bad ending to that nice day because of the information that we got about us having to move out of the area, as quick as possible, as soon as 90 days. Mm-hmm. So there was another big decision for us. We had to decide, how can we make it, we've been there that long, and where are we going to move in a short period of time.
In less than 1 month, the family business had to vacate one venue and move to another.
Luck would have it that this building here in the Tiffany Square Plaza was empty. So it wasn't the first building I looked at, but one of the last because of its size, and I didn't think we could manage this smaller size. So fortunately for us, it came down to the wire and we had to make a decision, and we were able to get into this building in a very short period of time. We closed on the 17th of September up there, and the 24th of October we reopened here. So we had to move almost 12,000 square foot of building, and merchandise and what you see here basically was there and now came here. So that's my story, and I'm going to stick to it.
And to put it all into perspective, the ceiling that is the canvas for this dynamic lighting display had to be built specifically to hold this family's legacy of lighting, a legacy that is Ann Mady's life's work that has its upside, even if it means a sore neck.
Yeah. How did you guess? You kind of get worn out looking up.
My masotherapist suggested a mirror that I could walk around with and look up and point to the mirror and go like, that's the one you need and that's the one you need. Haven't tried that yet, but I'm almost there. There are days when it doesn't move very freely, so.
As she surges past 80 years old, Ann still comes to work every day. All 7 of her children have worked in this family business. Ann is still the guiding light for her son Mike and each customer who is looking for that special accent piece.
We definitely try to create something that you can have for a long time. We try to avoid some of the trendy things because they're not going to stick. And you want it something you can be proud of for at least many, many years.
For Ann, this place is about adding to everyone else's space.
We've always tried to create a very warm atmosphere for lighting because lighting makes a lot of difference in your life. If it isn't correct, you're not comfortable, and you don't really know that you're not comfortable.
And at Lighting by Berman's, it's all about comfort and offering the things that others simply cannot.
Well, I think part of the problem is that the selections at the large box stores, as we call them, are not as, they don't have the same offerings that we do. The families of products are very limited. They try to capitalize on just the best sellers in everybody's product line, but we're very open-minded. I mean, I've got antlers hanging on the ceiling, I've got crystals hanging on the ceiling, and just about everything in the middle. So, we try to stay current with the marketplace, but it's a commitment. It's a real commitment to inventory and a commitment to the customer.
And the new store location, Lighting by Berman, is right there just off of 224 next to Michael Alberini's in the Tiffany Square Plaza. Sure. And you can see it a mile away. Imagine that with all the lights on.
What a history. And what nice people.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
The family, I mean, there's so much family that's been a part of that for so many years. And of course, we got to talk to a couple of them.
Right.
But so many more out there.
So good.
I know.
All right, when we come back, if you'd like to get yourself some new gas or chairs like these and build yourself a man cave, Kelly Warren's got some tips.
She sure does, and she is just so good at seeing what could be in some of these spaces. I think that's what I enjoyed most about this one, so we'll catch up with her after this short break.
At the Sunrise Inn, the secret is simple. 90 years of the best dough, 90 years of the best ingredients, and 90 years of feeding family and friends. Join us in celebrating our 90th anniversary. Enter your chance to win a gift card worth $1,929. Register at sunriseinnawarren.com or go to our Facebook page.
Take it from me, it's as easy as pie, pizza pie.
Cheers to the next 90 years from all of us at the
Frank Marzullo here. The forecast may keep you guessing. The snow, the rain, the ice, none of it is all that nice. Step into Ryers and walk out with shoes and boots at a price that is nice. The winter clearance is happening now, and selected styles in every department are 20 to 75% off. Plus, there's a 0% chance that you'll pay sales tax, and there's new markdowns all the time. If only forecasting were that easy. The Ryers Winter Clearance Sale in beautiful downtown Sharon.
Well, this week on Home Advantage with Kelly Warren, the ladies are taking over the man cave. Sorry, Michael.
Sorry,
he didn't get to hang out with you this week. I did again, but when we come in somebody's basement, a couple weeks ago we got to see a really beautiful workout place.
Right.
This is also a great use of space in somebody's basement.
Yeah, again, so you've got this big empty space, a canvas that you get to choose what you want to do with and what fits your lifestyle best. So if you've got friends and you hang out and you want to sit back and relax, this is a great place to do it.
Say we've got a bar here, you could fit 4 people, you have 4 more people over there, a bunch of people back there, and a bunch of people right here. As somebody is, of course, wanting to use this space, and you're going to make the investment into the flooring and the furniture and all of those things, you got to make sure it stays safe. I would always be worried that it's going to flood or I'm going to get water. How do you make those decisions whether or not it's a good move for you in that property?
Certainly. So before you do go investing your money into the basement, you want to make sure that it's dry. You want to make sure that you have good insurance in place. Most homes locally aren't in a floodplain, but certainly check that and make sure that you're not. And then it's up to you how much you want to put into it and how high end you want to get with your basement.
I was going to say, this is, I'm just like all of the decorations, things like that, that makes a difference too. It sort of sets the tone, and using different elements as creative pieces
Certainly.
to liven it up.
To see that throughout a home. Every home just has pictures and words on a wall. So when you can take something fun and make it your space, it really does make a difference.
And people can then see like their own things. Maybe they have a collection of something and they don't know where to put it, or they have stuff like this just laying in their garage, and there's no reason for it until you create something that prompts it.
Fun, funky, make it feel like you, make it something that you're going to enjoy when you come home from work and you're sitting in your space.
Yeah, it's all about feeling good in your home.
Yes.
And you do that so well for us and with us. Your team, we're very thankful that you guys are a part of Valley Spotlight. So give everybody at home the best way to reach you, because you guys are very prompt.
The best way to reach us is by telephone or call or text 330-717-2689. They can go also online at kellysoldit.com. And one more tip, if you're selling a home and you've got the basement and it's not fully finished yet, maybe stage it, make a space sort of set up so that they can get the idea of what they can do with it.
Oh, I like that idea.
There you go, bonus tip.
I like that very, very much. Okay, can I take a nap in the man cave
Certainly.
now? Just put our feet up. No, I'm kidding. Pour me a beer. No, I'm joking. All right, Kel, thank you for everything.
Thank you.
Always. Oh, Kelly.
I'm jealous. It shouldn't just be called man cave, because there are plenty of women that would love to have stuff like that in their basement, right?
One of them is right here. Instead, you're not allowed to go in my basement.
No.
No.
It's not finished yet?
Gross.
Not quite finished.
Gross.
All right, moving on.
Oh my gosh, this is one of those stories that I'm so jealous, because not only do I love the ladies that you got to interview, but I love hot dogs.
Hot dogs.
I love
them. Full disclosure, I had 3 of them before 10 in the morning. We were all a little bit sad when the Youngstown Crab Company closed, but they're doing new things now, and there's a new business in Austintown with a new owner. You're going to meet a young lady who has it all together. She truly has the restaurant game in her blood. Do you like hot dogs?
I love hot dogs. I do. I do.
Meet Hot Dog Allie, or her real name, Allie Tonkovich. She's the owner of this new restaurant on Raccoon Road in Austintown.
So we saw this and we were like, you know what, we were thinking about hot dogs, and I know my uncle had always talked about it and whatnot, and I'm like, let's do it.
You might recognize her Uncle Eddie and her mother Sally, who used to run the Youngstown Crab Company until that closed in November. This was Allie the first day it opened, about 19 years ago. She kind of grew up there and learned the ropes at an early age.
I was 15 when I really started working in the business myself, and I started managing at an early age, the restaurant. I was about 17, 18, my senior year in high school.
Yeah.
I remember she said, "Are you ready to manage?" I'm like, "Oh my goodness, okay." And I'm still learning to this day, what it takes to manage people. And I always loved interacting with people, the customers and everything. So that part always came easy to me.
So now she gets her chance. Sure, there were opportunities to go a different direction, but the restaurant life is the one for her.
I tried different things, and I was kind of like, this is not what I'm passionate about. This is not what I really love to do. It doesn't just put that spark in me and that joy. So I think just the spark and the joy and seeing people go, "Oh my gosh, this is so good," because I can relate to that when I'm just like, "Oh my gosh, this is so good." And talking to them and just meeting new people and making them happy through something so simple as food.
So instead of seafood, it's more comfort food with a twist. Gourmet hot dogs at inexpensive prices, mac and cheese, chili waffle fries, brined and buttermilked chicken fingers, and so much more. Different than the Crab Company, but the philosophy is still the same.
We didn't care if it was a $100 king crab leg or a $1.59 hot dog. We put the same amount of work and pride and care into that, from the back end to the front end, customer service. We want everyone to have a good time and leave here feeling good, even if it's just passing through the drive-thru.
And they do. That's a thrill for Allie, who's happy she could bring this to her hometown. All of this at such a young age.
I didn't think it would happen so soon, but my family's very supportive. My mother, my uncle, her sisters and brothers, have really always been supportive of me, and my grandmother and everyone. So I think that they kind of just made something that I saw as a maybe long-term goal happen really soon for me. Just have all the support.
There may be more locations coming your way. Don't be surprised to see this face, or this picture of her face, all over town.
I had a lady tell me the other night, she's like, "Your personality fits the sign. Are you Allie?" I was like, "Yes, I am." And we have the joke, "Al, you're going to be bigger than Wendy." And I'm like, "Maybe one day." I'm ready.
And I didn't even get to I took the macaroni and cheese home. They have like a parfait for dessert. And it must be going great if people want to get out of the car and go walk up to the window in this kind of weather.
Line up in weather that's not exactly, outdoor eating. But for those ladies, just Allie, we're so proud of you. And Sally, just way
like
to go.
she said, they might be coming to your neighborhood too.
That's good news.
Yeah, so anyhow, all right, that's it for the show this week.
And a big thank you to Avalon, Inn and Resort Golf and Country Club for supporting not only Ray's show, but of course ours too.
Yep.
And if you can't catch us on TV, there's lots of other ways you can do it. Facebook and Roku and YouTube and Twitter and what else am I missing?
I don't know. Is there Apple TV yet? Are we doing that yet?
We're getting Apple TV. Don't worry. We've got some big things coming in March.
And just go to our website, valleyspotlight.com.
That's always a good place.
Have a good day.